Hey everybody, how you doing? It's me, Mike, the fantasy hitman Wright from the Fantasy Footballers. Thank you for joining me for Sunday live, the Tilt Fest extravaganza on a weekly basis. I am joined on the ones and the twos, the producer of the night, Owl Borland, filling in for the fearless Judge Giamatti for the Sunday live. Are you armed? Are you able to speak back there?
I am.
Now, I often throw to Brooks during this, mostly to react to my hilarious jokes. So be at the ready.
I'm ready to laugh.
Thank you, Owl. We will start with the unfortunate big news of, well, I guess it depends on your perspective. Perhaps you had Marquez Valdez-Scantling or Geronimo Allison, wide receivers from the Green Bay Packers, and you thought, man, it's looking bleak, but I really hope they can pull through. Meanwhile, us over here in La La Land are living large with Alan Lazard, the Lazard King, hoping we could see what happens with him. Guess what? MVS and Geronimo Allison are both back from the dead. They have pulled a Lazarus. They are ready to go. They are both active. Alan Lazard, no longer a play for me. I'm scrambling to find other options. So, Robert Hughes, the question was, are you guys still playing Lazard with both MVS and Allison active? No. The answer is no, unfortunately. It's been a strange week for injuries. Basically, if you were hurt and trending the wrong direction, the probability has you playing, such as Todd Gurley. Guess what? He's in. He's back. Amari Cooper, Randall Cobb. I called him Amari Koopa. I guess Amari Koopa versus Super Camario. Maybe that could be a thing, but Amari Cooper is in. Alvin Kamara is out. We already heard that earlier. Malcolm Brown is out, so if you were hoping for that, stash and play. Darrell Henderson should be the next man up. Josh Gordon is officially out. Then let's see other guys who are important that are out. Christian Kirk is out. Deebo Samuel is out. Not important for Deebo, but important for Dante Pettis. Pettis is becoming more and more interesting by the week. The snaps are growing. We'll see if he can do it this week. Chris Herndon, doubtful. As long as you were following the news, you saw that Jared Cook was ruled out. Him and Kamara were ruled out at the same time. I think those are the big ones, Al. So you keep me apprised if I missed anything or if there are any late-breaking things to happen. Otherwise, let's get to the questions. Robert Noonan. He's Noonan. Pick 2. Stephon Diggs, Philip Dorsett, Terry McLaurin. Perfect. Gives me a chance to talk about the weather in Washington. Shouldn't be a problem during the game, but they are experiencing rain. That field, much like the team, is not very cared for by the ownership level. So rains can put a problem for the offensive game over there for Washington, specifically for the passing game. Terry McLaurin, he gets kind of a downgrade, but so let's see. Stephon Diggs, he's in for me. Philip Dorsett versus Terry McLaurin. That's pretty close. I think I'm going to play Dorsett in that situation. Cody wants to know, is Golden Tate a good start? Yes, he is, Cody. Yes, he is. I like Golden Tate a lot this week. The Giants versus the Cardinals. High over, under. All the sharp money coming in on the over. So the Vegas and the bettors are expecting a high-scoring performance from this game. The Arizona Cardinals are absolutely ravaged by tight ends and slot production. Golden Tate should be in that slot with Sterling Shepard out yet again. So I'm expecting a fine day for Golden Tate and Daniel Jones. Next question coming in from Kyle Dooling. Kyle says, flex, Chark, or Singletary? I love DJ Chark this week against the Bengals. I talked about it all week. The Bengals secondary is depleted. They're without their starters. Devin Singletary is interesting this week against the Miami Dolphins, but Chark is such a good option. I'm going to play him. So I'll speak specifically to Devin Singletary. I think you can play him. I think you can play him with flex confidence, but it is his first game back from that hamstring injury. It wouldn't shock me to see Frank Gore be the leader of the timeshare as Singletary tries to get his feet, his footing back underneath him. The team might use him sparingly. He is a big play guy, as we have seen from his 10 career carries. He's already busted off a few big ones. So if I have a better option, I'm going to go with that over Singletary. If I'm feeling frisky and risky, maybe then I play Singletary. Let's see. The next question will be from David Ramirez. Full point PPR. Matt Breida versus Tevin Coleman. Oh, good luck with this one, man. Choosing between the two in a full PPR, I lean Breida because of the full point PPR. Both are excellent plays this week. I know I was talking about the field conditions, but that shouldn't affect the running game for San Francisco too much. Coleman has the touchdown upside, so he's got the ceiling, but PPR, I think Breida is safe, and I think he's going to have a great game. Mike Fassey, we'll go with that one. David Johnson or Chase Edmonds in a standard. David Johnson is playing. Like, I know he's been hampered by the back injury, and honestly, if you're watching the games, Chase Edmonds looks like the better runner right now. But they still use David Johnson, especially in goal line situations. So I'm going to go with David Johnson. Standard, you got to favor the touchdown. Kirk Pearson wants to know Terry McLaurin or John Brown. I talked about my concerns for Terry McLaurin. John Brown has the opposites. Opposites? The opposite. The Dolphins, look, I'm really tilted from the Lazard news, everybody. You know what? Let's do this live. Let's see. I had to put in some waiver claims because I couldn't play Alan Lazard. So we're going with Anthony Miller. Whee! Look, I know he's Jay Grizz's sneaky start of the week. I like him as a sneaky start. Does that mean I want to play him in a regular 12-team half-point PPR? Not really, but I'm going to do it anyways. So if you're playing Anthony Miller, high five. Anthony Miller bros, let's go. Man. But so back to the question of McLaurin or John Brown. So the Dolphins are without Xavier Howard. They're also without their starting safety. Huge upgrades to the passing game of John Brown. You're going to have to hope that it hits early-ish. I expect Buffalo to dominate this matchup against Miami. Actually, what you really got to hope for is that Buffalo's DST doesn't score. That would create an issue for the upside of the passing game. But I like John Brown. I think Cole Beasley's also in play here in a PPR. But John Brown over McLaurin for sure. Cody wants to know about Chris Herndon. Chris Herndon is doubtful. He's Monday night. You have to move on like you aren't going to have him. You can't count on him. Let's see next question. Ooh, Floyd. Does anyone think I should play Josh Allen over Kyler Murray? I think there is a world where that works out. Absolutely, they're ranked very close for me. But I'm going to go with Kyler Murray. The Giants, it's just that the over-under is great, and the Giants, they can keep up. Saquon's back. Ingram is back. They can keep up with the Arizona Cardinals this week at home. So I'm going to go with Kyler Murray. I think Kyler is an absolute stud who could be the number one quarterback on the week if all things work out. Ooh, Adam Taylor wants to know Gardner Minshew or Aaron Rodgers. What does that do to your blood pressure back there, Owl Borland?
It's high.
Someone's asking, should they play 6th round pick Gardner Minshew or your beloved Aaron Rodgers?
And I can't blame him for asking the question, especially in Minshew's matchup.
It is a fair question. And look, Aaron Rodgers gets his two current main people. I mean, Devontae Adams is out, but MVS, Geronimo back in. Wow. Would I actually play Gardner over Rodgers? I don't think I can do it. Like, Oakland is not a scary matchup by any means. So I'll go with him. I'll go with Rodgers. I want to play Gardner though. My heart wants it. My heart wants to do it against the Bengals. We got Dan. Todd Gurley, as he was called a couple minutes ago by me before the stream started, or Kerryon Johnson. Oh man, you got to go with Todd Gurley. You got to go with Gurley against the Falcons. Kerryon Johnson's been fine. He'll get volume, but I'm gonna go with Gurley. I can't look. Week 1, we saw Malcolm Brown get those goal line carries. I can't imagine there's a world where Darrell Henderson vultures Todd Gurley. Just because I can't imagine it, that doesn't mean it's impossible. I'm just saying my imagination has limitations, and those limitations have Todd Gurley, I apologize, as the goal line running back for the Rams this weekend with Malcolm Brown being out. So that's how I'm going. Daniel wants to know Brandon Cooks or Alshon Jeffrey in the flex spot. Brandon Cooks is Jason's second nomination for wide receiver start of the week, when it looked like John Brown was kind of iffy with his groin injury. So I'm going to go Brandon Cooks. Same reason for Todd Gurley. It's not likely that Todd Gurley, Cooks, Kupp, Robert Woods, it's not likely that they're all going to go off. I'll even throw Gerald Everett into that mix. But the probability is high for one of them to go ham, for multiple guys to have excellent fantasy games. So that's why you want in on that probability. Fantasy football is the game of probability, and you want the highest number you can possibly get. So yeah, I want in on that action. Of course, Brandon Cooks can bust, as he's done a few times this year, but you got to go with that probability. Chase those points of the Atlanta Falcons. They're bleeding. They're bleeding out. Doug Manko, Tom Brady or Josh Allen? I'm going to go Josh Allen against Miami. Brady against the Jets. I know it sounds crazy. They play him tough, but the Jets are getting some pieces back on the defensive side of the ball. At least they're hoping to. And I like Josh Allen a lot more for fantasy this week over Tom Brady. Let's see. Benjamin, flex Golden Tate, Robbie Anderson, or Darren Goo Gajoob. I am the Walrus. All right, let's break this down. So Darren Waller, he had the little injury scare. We're past that. But Darren Waller gets to travel to Green Bay. No Tyrell Williams. Now, it didn't work out 2 weeks ago with no Tyrell Williams for the volume for Darren Waller. I think it will work out this week. He just got the bag. He smells like the vault. Cash money. He's ready to go. So the volume is safe for Darren Waller. Robbie Anderson, he dominates. He crushes with Sam Darnold, with Spleen Darnold as quarterback. But that matchup, man, against the Patriots corners, you're praying for one broken play, basically. Could happen. Golden Tate, delicious matchup, like I mentioned earlier in the stream. Golden Tate is a really strong play for me this week. So I'm going to go between Golden Tate and Darren Waller. As much as I love Robbie, congratulations, though. Hold on to Robbie. Better things are coming. Man. Between Tate and Waller, that one's wild. Owl Borland, Golden Tate, Darren Waller, both safe for volume, in my opinion, this weekend. Are you flexing a tight end in?
It pains me to say it as a Packer fan, since we're up against Oakland, but I would be doing Waller.
Look, the man's doing Waller back there.
I knew as soon as I said that. I would be starting Waller.
Look, he's a Packer fan, and this is coming from his heart. He is doing the Walrus. This is a family show. All right. Hey, real quick, want to thank our studio sponsor, Pristine Auction, the best sports memorabilia site of all time. Look, you got to go there. And Pristine Auction, get some Darren Waller gear up. I'm trying to outfit this studio with the Walrus signature. Check them out. Use the promo code BALLERS when you sign up. It's completely free. It's free to browse. Hundreds of new things every day. Man. guys, the Lazard news. It's got me down. It's got me. I'm a beat down, defeated man right now. But let's keep your teams rolling. Oh man, MTG Elite 3-3. John Brown or Michael Gallup. So Michael Gallup got a little shade thrown with the return of, or the expected return of Amari Cooper. Let's see. Yeah, because Amari Cooper is the late game, so he's expected to play. Either way, Michael Gallup remains a strong play, but John Brown is also a strong play. I'm gonna go Gallup here. I think the Eagles should stay in the matchup. More opportunities for Michael Gallup to hit, so I'm gonna go with that. He's a stud. I think he's like number 7 currently in yards per game at the wide receiver position. He's dominated. All right, Corey Fitzpatrick, Standard League, Terry McLaurin or Cole Beasley. Oh, even with the shade I've thrown on McLaurin, I got to play him in a standard McLaurin. Look, if this is PPR, you can talk me into Cole Beasley. But in a standard, I'm going to go with the rookie sensation, the F1, Terry McLaurin. People have called for Terry McLovin, Owl. How do you feel about that?
It's all right. Not my favorite.
Yeah, that's how I felt about it, too.
I've heard Scorin McLaurin or Soren McLaurin as well.
Oh, Soren. Soren over Washington, the new Disney ride. Not bad, but look, I think it was Proctor, good friend of mine, good fantasy buddy, John Proctor. I believe he's the one who coined F1. It's good. It's good. And so it's not that we don't like the nickname. We just like to make ridiculous names on this show, like Soren over McLaurin. Well, I'll think about that one. I'll think about it. Next, Lamonte Jet. I think I nailed that one. Gore, Mixon, Coleman. I need 2. I think I'm sitting Mixon. Man, it's been disappointing. I mean, especially in the passing game. Tevin Coleman's in. Frank Gore he has the concerns of Singletary. How much work does Singletary actually get with his first game back? But Mixon against the Jaguars. Man, I think Gore is safer. I think he has a safer floor than Joe Mixon this week. So that's how it's gonna shake down. Man. Okay, Corbin Dallas. It's not really Corbin Dallas, but I wanted to say that. Multipass. Al Borland does not understand my Corbin Dallas reference for sure.
I don't.
This guy doesn't watch movies. He hates movies. Why do you hate movies?
I don't hate movies. I just don't have a lot of time for them.
I don't have a lot of time either, Mr. One Kid. I got one. I'm so busy with my one kid. I'm drowning in children. All right. Corbin Dallas said Robert Woods or Kenny G. Oh, man, I'm going Robert Woods. Oh, am I? Man, let me consult things here. Robert Woods right now, he's coming in for me at wide receiver. 10. Yeah. Kenny Golladay against Minnesota. I'm going Robert Woods. I'm doing it. Let's do it. AJ wants to know Alshon Jeffrey or John Round. I believe he means John Brown, but he called him John Round like a fool. AJ, thanks for joining me for Sunday Live. Alshon Jeffrey or John Round. Now I can't stop saying it. John Brown. Look, I'm going Alshon Jeffrey there. I like them both a lot. I'm want in on the matchup. I'm going to go with Alshon Jeffrey there. Get some targets. Okay. Next question's coming in for Nicholas. Cole Beasley or Tate in a non-PPR? Tate. Got to go with Tate. That one's cut and dry for me. Tate still can get in the end zone. He's a touchdown type of fella. Before we get to the next question, just quick thank you so much once again for joining me, your host, Mike Wright, and Owl Borland for Sunday Live as we tilt together. Want to encourage you, check out jointhefoot.com. We just added the Stream Finder. It is awesome. It's something that I have wanted to have out for a while, and now we actually had the engineer to build it. It's a really different take on who you should play. Normally it's just fantasy points allowed by this team, and then you use that for your matchup. But the Stream Finder really can put context into those decisions. Look for trends, not just total points over the year. Check it out, jointhefoot.com, one of many perks for people who help support this independent podcast. We got time for a couple more questions before we need to go, and before my voice just fully craps out. Let's see, we got Seg Roots, Robert Woods or Alshon, full point PPR. I'm going to go with Robert Woods. Next. Man, a lot of John Brown questions. Timothy says John Brown versus Tate. I am going to go with John Brown. I'm going with John Brown in there. Pretty confident about that answer there. Joseph, what's the Lazard news? The Alan Lazard news. If you hadn't heard, welcome from wherever you woke up, because the big news was both Packers wide receivers are active. Not Devontae Adams. He's not involved. But Alan Lazard is no longer a play for me, or if you're going to play him, you better be praying. You better be praying that somehow he's the third wide receiver. All right, like this. Devin, Alan Lazard to Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks, man, that one's easy. Let's go to Michael. Aaron Jones or Crowder or Marquise Brown. Interesting. If this were a full-point PPR, Michael did not specify. If it's a full-point PPR, you can talk me into Crowder? Maybe. Maybe we can have a negotiation, a good back and forth, strong banter. And then you convince me of Crowder. But he did not say, so I'm going Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones, yep, he's splitting time with Jamal Williams. Deal with it, Aaron Jones. Robert Gill, Tevin Coleman, or Marlon Mack, full PPR, and then a whole bunch of flame emojis. Emoticons. This question's fire. Owl. Fire. Tevin Coleman or Marlon Mack. Give me Marlon Mack, even with the full point PPR. Mack is just, he's literally a Mack truck right now. Owl. See what I did there?
I do. Like a giant truck barreling down the field. Got it. Hey, real quick, I'm seeing a lot of questions about Austin Eckler, Melvin Gordon, and Latavius Murray. Maybe you can give your thoughts.
I bet you're seeing that in your lineup. Is that where
this is for the
from?
people, Mike? No, I legitimately am seeing that in there, and I figured maybe you could give some just generic thoughts on those three
all right.
players.
Here are my generic thoughts on the Los Angeles backfield. It's not good right now, man. It is not good. Melvin Gordon has done nothing but put gunk in the machine that was Austin Eckler, who was just producing fantasy points on a weekly basis. Their offensive line has taken injuries. They have lost their center for the season. They cannot get a running game going. They got to go to the passing game. They don't have a choice at this point. And now Hunter Henry being back, he's thrown some more gunk in the machine of the fantasy points passing, dumping off to the running back. I have Melvin Gordon. I've been waiting all year for him. I'm very concerned. I am very concerned, Melvin Gordon. I hope he comes through this week and can steady those fears that I'm having, but I'm really, really concerned about both of these guys moving forward. Eckler in a PPR should still be safe-ish. And then, so it's not that I'm not playing Melvin Gordon. I'm just saying I'm very concerned about it. And Eckler is a fringe flex player unless you're in a PPR. Latavius Murray, the matchup sucks, man, but he should be safe for some decent volume. He'll get a few receptions, carry the ball, 15 times. I don't know if they'll – what's interesting thinking about Latavius, they do put restrictions on Alvin Kamara's workload. They 100% do. I wonder if they'll do that for Latavius, with him kind of just being the guy, and he can take the beating. I mean, Latavius Murray can handle 20 carries. Kamara, it's not a good idea to do that. So I wonder if they'll just overload him with work here against Chicago. Very interesting. All right, I'm going to knock out maybe 3 more questions. Was that did that?
Yeah.
Did that shed some light for you? I mean,
hear your thoughts on that.
I was nothing but a rain cloud of doom for the people who have the Chargers, but I'm one of you. So, man, I really hope they can come through today. Okay, Michael, Gore or Sony in a PPR? I'm gonna go. Wow. I'm gonna go with Sony. Cappy, Deshaun Watson or Kyler Murray? Normally, that's not really up for debate. It would be Watson by a wide margin, but I do have Deshaun Watson ranked higher than Kyler, but yeah, I would go Deshaun. I would go Deshaun, but that one's actually really close for me. All right, last question. Tyler Boyd. I'll do 2 more. Tyler Boyd or the Walrus as a flex in a full-point PPR. Full-point PPR. Oh, it's hard not to play Tyler Boyd there. Very, very difficult. I'm going to go with Tyler Boyd. Last question. Flex, DJ Chark, or Hunter Henry in a full-point PPR. I'm going to go with Chark. I'm going to take the matchup. I know we're all still – we have the honey glows from Hunter Henry's return. Hundo, 2 touchdowns. It's very, very nice. But DJ Chark has been getting it done all year, minus last week against Lattimore, but all year long against the Bengals. I'm going with DJ Chark. Thank you, everyone, for joining me for Sunday Live. I will see you tomorrow for the Fantasy Footballers podcast. Until then, keep it beautiful. Mwah. Goodbye.